men don't have room for whiny brats!
What's up all you Marvel Legend loving dudes and dudettes, ToyShiz here, and I got a really awesome fresh look for you guys today, courtesy of Hasbro. Thank you to Hasbro. They were nice enough. They sent this box set out to me. I very much appreciate it because, one, I've never seen this set in stores just yet. I know that it is hitting GameStops and all those other fan retail outlets, especially online. I'll even put a link in the description below if you want to go ahead and grab one from, let's say, Amazon. But this is the iconic setup from Hulk 181, where, in fact, it's kind of sort of the first appearance of Wolverine, and he fights the Hulk, but really they kind of just team up and fight Wendigo, which, luckily enough, Hasbro just gave us a brand new Build-A-Figure Wendigo, which I'll show you in just a second. I was surprised at how much I like the Wendigo figure, but I'm also surprised at how much I'm really liking this Hulk. This guy, he's a great Hulk, man. That's just from tip to toe. It's a very powerhouse, awesome looking Hulk. Also because you get this really cool tattered shirt, which you can apply to him. You know, he just bannered out and became the Hulk, and now he's going to have to buy new pants. Amazing how the pants always just manage to fit. But, of course, to your folly, we also have the first appearance of Wolverine, and we have seen multiples of these figures before, especially Wolverine, and there was a previous Marvel Legends first appearance Wolverine, but this guy, he's great as well. And while I don't really care for that costume, the one thing I will say is that it's a Wolverine figure and it's fun. It's got some differences to it, and it's a nice first appearance. As you can see, I'll go ahead and pop him off right here. That's a nice looking figure. I actually like this head sculpt on this Wolverine. A lot of the head sculpts for Wolverine, not really my favorite. The portrait, they can't really ever just manage, but I will say one thing. I would have loved to had an alternate one where he had whited out eyes, much like in the comic. This isn't bad by any means, but I would have loved that. That would have been awesome because I would have totally displayed him with the whited out eyes. I think that looks great. But you're basically getting just the basic Wolverine body that they have perfected. A lot of great Wolverines so far. They keep churning them out, especially like Malibu Logan that just came out with the new hat. I would say one of the only differences is that he kind of has different shoulder pads now. They're a little bit shorter, much to the costume design of this figure, but same exact everything, articulation. It's a fun little Wolverine, I will say. I'm having a good time, even though I'm not a big fan of the whole cat whiskers and everything else. I just think it's funny that Canada thought this would be a good costume for one of their superheroes. But you know what I mean. The one basic problem with him is that it's the old sort of claws, not with the newer Wolverine, like the black costume where they updated the claws. I actually like those better. He's short, he's stocky, and he's exactly what a Wolverine figure should be when compared to this Hulk. Now, one thing I will say, these don't come with stands, obviously. I always like to use these in my reviews. These are NECA stands. However, I have been having a little problem with my Hulk. You can let me know if you have had this as well. He kind of gets a little top heavy in certain instances, and I had left these figures kind of set up, and he did end up taking Wolverine down. So I've started to use a stand with him, but look at that monster. That to me is a fantastic classic head portrait for Hulk. You couldn't ask for a better thing, even down to the green in the hair. I think that they absolutely nailed that, but I think more so it's just the facial expression. It works on multiple levels. You can get him into a lot of angry poses. It would have been amazing to have more of a screaming Hulk. I'm going to get rid of this thing. This is like a really, malleable kind of shirt. You could kind of bunch it up, but it's got great detail on it, I will say, just for a piece that you kind of take off real fast. But I prefer the Hulk shirtless. I mean, who doesn't? Imagine that. All of us dudes playing with shirtless action figures, just keep that in mind. But yeah, this guy, he's got some great articulation as well. He also has butterfly joints. You could get him into like a really cool powerhouse Hulk rage mode. I'm having a lot of fun with this figure, and like I said, I think the only drawback is that he just gets a little top heavy, or just that my feet may be a little bit looser. There is some paint kind of that goes sideways just in the joints, so keep in mind that before I'd even played with the figure, it was doing that, so just FYI. But great articulation. You get a nice range of movement out of this guy. He kicks out. He's got double jointed knees. I would have loved to have seen double jointed elbows, but he does got some nice bicep swivel in his wrists. You got interchangeable hands. This is a really great love letter to a fantastic first appearance comic, but then also as a set, as two characters, two iconic characters that fight each other and do fight often. I think they absolutely nailed it. I love the details and sculpts in the hands. Just, they nailed it. I think they did a great job with this set. Minor nitpicks on my end, just with the claws. And then, yeah, I like it when a figure stands. It could just be mine. Could have looser joints, something like that. Do I recommend paying like the exorbitant price for it? I think the Hulk is reason enough alone, but I understand with the first appearance Wolverine, you have a dozen Wolverines. So this might be a case of, if you're a big fan of both of these characters, then by all means, yes, you have to grab it. But who's to say that later down the road, this one might actually hit the clearance, might want to take advantage of that. So the choice is yours. But I will say I'm having an absolute blast with these two figures. And much like the comic of which this set is based off of, these two fight it out, but then they end up going up against Wendigo. Now, I haven't gone over this Wendigo just yet, but this, I didn't think I needed a new Wendigo figure. This is a really fun Wendigo, and with this set, it just completes everything about 181 for the Hulk. So I do recommend getting him, and I love this Wendigo. I like the color scheme on him. I mean, the dude even has like a bloody mouth and everything, which you don't really often see with a lot of toys. Sometimes they get away with it with Star Wars and the Wampa and everything, but yes, if you can get all three of these figures together, that is the epitome of Marvel Legends and doing it up comic book style. And just as a quick comparison, here he is lined up with other recent Wolverines. We have just been getting these Wolverines. We start with the brown costume. They redid that one. Then we got the classic tiger stripe. And then we got this one. And now we got the first appearance. And we do have Logans and Wolverines and more on the way. So they're using the heck out of this body. I think it's a great body type for Wolverine. I think he's small. I think he's chunky. And I think it works really, really well. And to be quite honest with you, as much as I gripe and say, man, another Wolverine figure, Wolverine is sweet. You know what I mean? You just can't go wrong with Wolverine. And just as one more comparison, this is, people have been asking about this because I posted about it. I found this, I believe it was at Walmart, maybe a week or two, about 3 weeks ago now. This is by Hot Wheels, Mattel Hot Wheels, and this is like a Wolverine that actually has retractable adamantium claws for a car. I just thought that was really cool. Very Toy Biz, old school looking. And it is hitting shelves now, so I do recommend that also. So just to conclude this fresh look, I would definitely say that when you have all three of these characters together, now you still have to build a figure of this guy, so you're paying a hefty price, I'm just going to say. But if you got the cash, if you want something really cool looking, if you only pick and choose certain Marvel Legends, well then I would definitely recommend this set. This 2-pack is great. It celebrates a very iconic comic and it does it in a glorious way. Yes, we are getting another Wolverine, same body, just different head, all that paint scheme. And then Hulk, he's a great Hulk. He's one of the best Hulk I've seen. I would have preferred some double jointed elbows and some other things here and there. He gets a little top heavy, but overall, I think it's a really nice set. But I am curious to know what you guys think. Do you have Wendigo? Do you have the 2-pack? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything Marvel Legends. Thank you again to Hasbro for sending this out. And thank you again to watching. Unbeknownst to me, I just looked it up right before I started filming. This is, in fact, my 500th video. So that's pretty cool. Thank you to everyone who always watches my videos, supports the channel, and then also heads over to my Instagram where it all started. So I very much appreciate that. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember that good luck getting an issue 181 because I hear it's a very, very rare issue, and it has been ever since it dropped from day one. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.